Howdy everyone. I was toing and froing, wondering if I should make this video, but, well, I'm making it now, and are you watching it? And I'm recording it. It's my birthday today. Yes, I have hidden it, or tried to in past videos, such as when I went through old greeting cards, like birthday cards, and I try to block cover the birthday. But I know other vloggers, we know they've given out their birthdays, celebrities. It's almost a given that their birthdays are known. You look up Wikipedia, it's got the birth dates of celebrity. I know, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but yeah, I'm just going to do it. Yeah, so my birthday is today. Those are in Australia, Eastern Standard Time. It's the 18th of October, 2024. Yeah, it's my birthday. I'm 54. I've also been trying to make that a bit vague, when I make videos like, it's music of my generation, if you're my generation, but people might not exactly know what generation am I referring to if we don't know your age. So, yeah, that would explain a lot why, I do a lot of the bulk of my videos about music from the 80s or maybe even the early 90s. Reflecting all the TV shows that I watched during that time, such as Who's the Boss, and was that the 80s? Anyway, lots of 80s shows. Star Trek Next Generation, I think, started around 1989 from memory, or something like that. So, yeah. And about how, well, late I came into, using YouTube as creating my channel, as you're watching now. But that's just my quirks about taking a long time to decide to do something, even though other people, other friends or family or work colleagues have told me that, for example, with a YouTube channel, that I'd be good at it. And I doubted myself for 7 years before I gave it a go. So anyway, yes, I'm feeling a bit reflective today. It's about 11:30 a.m. I don't know, I do. Maybe that's the whole point. You realize you're a year older and you reflect on what's just gone by. Definitely, again, those that are long term to my channel will know moving into this apartment is probably the biggest thing I've ever done in my life so far. And the biggest decisions, a long time coming up to that point. What's that? I moved in here in 9th of May 2023. Prior to that, I lived with my parents, or with my dad. So my mum's already passed away. So yeah, a momentous step in my life, moving out into a one-bedroom apartment by myself. Yeah, so I mean, my dad's all about sayings, and sayings in general, that there's a time and place for everything. I guess the 9th of May 2023 was my time to finally move out. Forced myself out, really. I reached the tipping point. I'm not ashamed to say I had a hoarding problem, and my old bedroom was so full that I ended up sleeping on the kitchen floor of my dad's old place. My bedroom was, it's a very smallish house, not large. So my bedroom came out onto the kitchen area, and the kind of living room kitchen area. And yeah, I set up some sheets and blankets and a pillow on the floor. And, my dad woke up one night maybe to get a glass of water, and he looked down and said, "What are you doing sleeping on the floor?" I mean, he knew the answer to that, but maybe he wanted to hear it from me, that, well, my bedroom's so full, I can no longer, there's not even space for me to lie down in there. So yeah, that was definitely the tipping point. And I've done several videos on my anti-hoarding process. Every time I do an episode called Keep Trash or Donate, that's what that's about. Just continually reminding me to, as I look around the apartment, the majority of items now as I look around are keepsake items. True, people have you listened to all your CDs? No, there's some still in their original packaging. Not that I want to resell them, not like a a figurine that loses its value if it's out of its original packaging. Nothing like that. But yeah, my CD collection is akin to like a library. Those that have books in their, like a room in their house of books. I'm not saying you don't read them, but if I was a reader, and I'm not, but even if I was, there would be many books just on the shelves not being read, akin to my CD collection, where a majority of them haven't been listened to, or if they haven't been listened to in a long, long time. I do listen more to vinyl records, and I've got that set up. DVDs, I actually haven't watched that many lately. YouTube is really my biggest consumption in terms of screen content, and also having my YouTube channel has taken up time which I have devoted to, of my choice, and not feeling pressured. It's not monetized. I've chosen not to go down that route. It's just a creative outlet, like a video diary, or as a all-you-can-eat buffet, as I've described in my description of my channel, that it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, because hopefully there's something for everyone. Full of puns. As I approach my mid-50s, I do wonder what the future will hold for all of us, as you may too ponder. I don't, as our generations, our ancestors, generations before, worried about nuclear war. I mean, that's still a possibility, but that's not really on the forefront of my mind. Respectfully, if there was a nuclear war in this day and age, we probably wouldn't feel it. I mean, we'd see the explosion and we'd be gone in a few seconds, not to sound morbid, but the weapons are so powerful these days. Yes, we could easily annihilate the whole population of the Earth in one foul swoop. So yeah, anyway, that's not what I meant to. I don't mean to be negative, but in terms of my future, I've hinted at in a past video of the already concerts pre-booked for 2025. The latest concert news I heard was Chris de Burgh, and I really do only know one song of his, respectfully to all Chris de Burgh fans out there, is Lady in Red. It's really the only track I know of his. I don't know if I own any of his albums. I might have found a secondhand one in a Salvation Army store or something like that. But I was contemplating getting a ticket. It's not on sale yet. The pre-sale dates have been given, and he's playing at the Hamer Hall in Melbourne next year in April, I believe. Yep. But I really know only that song, Lady in Red. Yes, I may enjoy his other tracks, and I'm surprised how many albums he's had since the album that houses that has Lady in Red. He's had about 12 albums since then, so that's amazing. To a fan, it's like, of course he's had 12 albums. It's also, but as a very, very casual listener, I've no idea about any of his other songs, so I think I'll give that a miss. I mean, it could be a chance to, get to know his material and live, but I don't think I'd enjoy it. I'd just be sitting there going, wish I was at another Kylie concert or Pet Shop Boys. So yeah, I think I'll save my pennies for another concert, another day. As for the remainder of the year, not to repeat, it's again been mentioned in a past video that the concerts remaining for 2024 are for no more concerts in October. That was so far the two Big Time Rush concerts I decided to go to at the Northcote Theatre and Festival Hall. Just if you put in the search of YouTube, just put my channel Seasonal Adventures Big Time Rush, or Seasonal Adventures live gigs, concerts, or something like that. There's a playlist that I've gathered all the live concert footage I've seen so far since I've created my channel. What else happening in November? November is Take That and Troye Sivan, and then rounding up the year for December is Troye Sivan. I'll be seeing him again at Spark Arena in Auckland, New Zealand. The motivation there was to couple it with a short break in New Zealand, and also that I wanted to see Troye in an indoor stadium with a roof, so that come rain, hail or shine, it'll go ahead. Whereas in Melbourne, I'll be seeing it with a couple of work friends of mine. The person who got the tickets, organised kindly for the three of us, only managed lawn tickets, general admission, where if those who don't know the Sydney Minor Music Bowl, it's an amphitheatre, semi-outdoor theatre with a canopy, and with seats underneath this canopy, and where the stage is, and then beyond that perimeter is a lawn area. It's inside a park, city parkland, so we're lawn. So lawn is just first come first serve wherever you might be. I don't know whether you can set up, those deck chairs or what the rule is, because I've never sat or never been in the lawn section for the bowl, as for short. Um, I've avoided, if all there's left is the lawn, I'll pass. And that did affect the first time. I didn't see a Kylie concert with my close friends in Melbourne, particularly one close friend. You know who you are. It was Kylie Minogue and the Golden album at the time. So back in 2019, I tried to get like something like maybe 3 or 4 seats, preferably, and I didn't manage that. She didn't have a second show from memory; it was just the one show, and yeah, so none of us wanted to compromise with lawn tickets, so none of us went. I ended up seeing that concert run in Sydney by myself, and another mutual friend of the friend I'm talking about saw Kylie also in New South Wales, but in some Barossa Valley region, one of those winery concert venues. So yeah, Golden was the very first Kylie concert that my friends and I didn't see together. It's happened again with Kylie's Tension Tour, only because the preference of days or dates when Kylie's 3 shows are in Melbourne next year in February, 20, 21st and 22nd of February. The 21st of February, Friday, is the date that my friends preferred. And for me, just by fate, I'm already seeing, I have a ticket already for OMD, Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, for the 21st of February, which clashes with Kylie's second show. Interesting enough, the 2 shows of OMD in Melbourne are the same 2 dates for Kylie. So OMD will be playing the 20th and 21st at Palais Theatre, and Kylie will be the 20th and 21st at the Rod Laver Arena, and her third show is the 22nd. So I'll be going to the first and third shows of Kylie. Being a Kylie fan, why not? If she's only playing, 2 times I'm able to see her, let's do that. Because the last time, like I said, was the Golden Tour, which was in 2019, and it was a schmozzle in terms of, none of us able to go see it together. Yeah. In some ways, Tension makes up for it, but not really, because I won't be with any of my close friends. But I have usually seen concerts by myself, especially pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, I did tend to just do that habit again, not to say I made of money, but I used to just buy 2 tickets at random. When I say random, I bought 2 tickets without knowing who the second person would be coming with me, which is, not really a good practice. And then when the pandemic struck and all the postponements and cancellations, it was just easier to arrange or rearrange 1 ticket for myself rather than 2 tickets or more with other people. So lots of people would say, even if they knew the artist I was buying a ticket for, my friends would say, oh, I don't know what I'm doing in 6 months' time or a year's time, because, sometimes you buy a ticket and the concert's not till 12 months later and they don't know what they'll be doing if they'll be in Melbourne. So, yeah. So it's just easier buying 1 ticket, unless it's for Robbie Williams or Kylie Minogue, which my close friends will go to or endeavour to go to together. But, yeah, anything else like, Troye Sivan or Roxette or Elton John, I've seen by myself. I have seen some shows with other people, Roxette for instance, but generally, unless it's Kylie or Robbie, I'll just be going on my own. Troye Sivan was the exception, because 2 of my work colleagues, my friends, also liked Troye Sivan, and they said, would you mind if I come with you? I hope I won't be the third wheel. And they said, no, not at all. And when my friend was only able to get lawn tickets, I said, typically me, I said, I'm sorry, is that because, you had to get 3 tickets this time because I was coming? And they said no, they attempted 1 sort of dummy ticket just to try, and they weren't able to get 1 seat. They weren't going to get 1 seat, they were just experimenting. When you get to the, the selection of seat page and you're like, let's just try 1. And yeah, it had that message of like, you don't have enough tickets for your basket at this time or something like that. So, yeah. So Troye Sivan to me is at the peak of his success, or riding on a very high wave, and I can't understand why I can understand why he picked the Sydney Myer Music Hall. I would imagine he'd have the last say on that, where he wants to play. It could be due to availability, but around November this year, I don't think there's many, other than concerts, there's no sports events that I know of because Rod Laver Arena is known for its tennis. It can house other sporting events, but tennis would be the most use of the pardon me, Rod Laver Arena and the arenas around it. Margaret Court Arena, John Cain Arena are all tennis court capable arenas to be made into tennis courts or used for tennis matches. And Troy's previous two Australian concerts or two Melbourne concerts at least, have been held at the Margaret Court Arena, which I assumed he would play there again, or even at the Rod Laver Arena, because of his burgeoning success and increasing success. I would imagine he would play at a larger venue, which Rod Laver is larger than Margaret Court. But no, Sydney Myer Music Bowl. I understand November is getting close to summer, so yes, hopefully the weather will be fine, but if it rains or it's overly windy or cold, yeah, we'll be subjected to those elements. And also the people in the seats, because although it's got a canopy, it's not completely, it's not fully enclosed, obviously, otherwise we won't be able to see the stage from the lawn. So it's that semi-open kind of clamshell design. And if you've got a seat, that's fine, but if the winds are blowing and if it's a cold day, you will feel that. So yeah, maybe ponchos to the ready. Probably umbrellas won't be allowed, because it'll block people's view. Those, kind of beach umbrellas, or even, I don't know about standard umbrellas. Surely you can have those because you get wet. Anyway, I'm already, catastrophizing the weather when we don't know how it will be. Maybe it'll be fine. Perfectly not more than 23 degrees a day on Troy's concert in November. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. Tonight, if it all goes to plan, there'll be at least 3 of my friends coming to the apartment initially, and then we'll walk across the road to Westfield Doncaster to find something to eat. Yes, admittedly, the apartment is not geared up for social events, really. I do have foldable event chairs that people can sit on, but there's no massive dining table, where 8 people can sit around it, or even 4 people comfortably. There is a table where 4 people can sit around comfortably. I'd have to move it into place a little bit and put 4 chairs around it, but yeah, sounds selfish. Yeah, it's selfish. I've designed the 1-bedroom apartment around me, as I'm the only occupant and I'm the person who's here the most. It is geared up for one person, so like I said, there's chairs that people can sit on. Still, the flat screen television I have is not connected to the antenna, so I don't have free-to-air channels. So it's not, I haven't designed the apartment to be conducive for social events. Maybe one other person now and again, but not a group of people. One of the 3 friends coming has not been here before, if they're still able to make it. I gave the invites out at least 10 days ago, 8 to 10 days ago, so that should be enough notice. The other 2 friends of the 3 have been here before. My close friend who always goes to Robbie and Kylie with me, I'm not too sure. I won't divulge in any, to respect their privacy, but there was a personal incident that happened within the last 2 weeks, so that could affect their decision to come tonight. So yeah, so there you go. Yeah, maybe I'll do an update now that I've told you all when my birthday is. These 3 friends that are coming are not shy to be, I don't know actually the third person, I have to ask, but if I did feature them, they'll only be in the background. I know, I can mention one of them. It's Frank and Maddie, who are the 2. They've been on my channel before. We went to Betty's Burgers together. The third friend, I'm sure it's okay just to mention his first name, Henry, is the one who hasn't been here before, and I'm not sure about Henry's preferences, whether he likes... Oh, actually, no, he has been on my channel before. I can mention his name. Yes. It's under the playlist of collaborations, where he showed off his... he made a deconstructed handbag. Yes. I'll once I upload this and everything, I'll put the link to that. Henry has appeared on my channel before, and Frank and Maddie has as well. Well, just to be fair, I suppose I can put a link to one of them. That may be the Betty's Burgers, because they were both in that. So yes, so there you go. So Frank, Maddie, and Henry should be coming tonight, unless something changes. I mean, how long have I been talking for? Nearly 20 minutes. It's almost noon now, 10 minutes to 12 noon. The invite time is 7 p.m. tonight. That's 1900 hours. the weather is terrible. I'm looking out, it's greyish, overcast, cloudy skies. It's been raining since this morning. It's forecast to continue raining. The weather doesn't seem overly cold, but it's because it's being spring rain time. But yeah, I mean, of course, we can have umbrellas as we walk across to Westfield, or we can order in. Again, it's not super conducive to, you know, having pizza and beer or that kind of thing set up, but I don't know. We'll decide. Consensus. I'm all about consensus, so we can vote on it and whatever we want to do. There is those that know Doncaster well on Doncaster Road towards North Balwyn from where I am. There is a 24-hour, they're next door to each other, 24-hour Pizza Hut, sorry, 24-hour Pancake Parlor and China Bar. China Bar is an Asian franchise that has Asian cuisine. I guess mainly Chinese cuisine. Yeah, Chinese-based cuisine. And yeah, that's only about a 5-minute drive away. So Frank drives, Henry drives. Maddie will probably get a lift from Frank. But if it's just the four of us, we can fit in one of our cars. If we need to drive, you know, somewhere other than Westfield, Doncaster, we can just go down the road to Pancake Parlor or China Bar. Excuse me. Or elsewhere of their choosing. So yeah, or we can order in. I've never tried Uber Eats or anything like that. Also, if you're wondering what that caution tape is doing there, I have put caution tape around the apartment just haphazardly in no set pattern, just as a joke. If they ask why is there caution tape around the apartment, I just blue tacked, which I can take down later. I can tease that, oh, you know, Amazon got the order wrong. It's supposed to be like birthday streamers, but they sent caution tape. But as you all know, when I went to Bunnings, which has had a lot of views actually, Browsing Bunnings is the title, and I bought caution tape for that trip, that little, there's at the base before, when you want to get to the balcony, you open the sliding door and there's the frame at the bottom where the sliding door obviously slides through or onto. Yeah, it has that lip at the bottom, and if you don't see it, you can trip on it. So I've put the caution tape along there on the tiles, and also the Mind Your Step, I've stuck that on the little step up, tiny step up where that bottom frame sits. So yeah, so I decorated the rest of the apartment with the caution tape, which I can, you know, I can round up, wheel up, tie up again after, you know, after the events tonight, wherever that might end up. I imagine we'll just go to Westfield, Doncaster. Those that live in Melbourne know traditionally shopping centres and some department stores are open till 9 p.m. on a Friday and a Thursday. It's Friday today. So the food court should be open till around Friday. And there's also cinemas inside Westfield, Doncaster. Village is the brand. The brand of business, the name of the cinemas. And yeah, obviously some cinemas finish late or start late at night. And there is food on the same level as the cinemas. So there's 2 levels of food to choose from at Westfield. So I'm sure we'll find something, and again, we can always order in. I've never ordered into the apartment before. I probably have to go down and meet the person, obviously, at the foyer, because the doors are, you know, swipe security access. So the deliverer can't just come in and drop, you know, I would hate to think they would drop the food at the foyer because someone else could take it. Yeah, I would have to say just text me or call me and then I'll come down and collect it or something like that. Anyway, that's all tonight. All will be revealed. I don't expect them to give me a cake or anything like that. Not that traditional. That is a tradition, isn't it? Where you blow out a cake and share cake. Just happy to have their company. You know, often Frank is, of the 3, Frank is probably the most regular. I see him the most often of the 3, Frank, Henry, and Maddie. I see Maddie occasionally, and yeah, probably Henry I see the least. He's never been to the apartment, so I'd love to see what he thinks. Anyway, getting on to 25 minutes now, I'll wrap it up, but yeah, I don't know, I just felt like sharing this. I often have lots of thoughts spilling out of my head anyway. It's great to record it as prosperity. Should look up that word and say it probably. Prosperity, not prosperous. Posterity. Whew. Okay, if you made it this far, I will wrap it up. Those that are fellow Librans like me, which I may have hinted at in other videos as well, that's why. We are the only inanimate star sign. We are the scales. We're not an animal or a bird or anything, bird life or animal life. We are an inanimate object, the scales of justice. um, we seek justice and avoid confrontation. Anyway, you know your traits if you're Librans like me. Anyone who's celebrating their birthday today, 18th October, happy birthday to you wherever you are in the world. And yeah, catch you in my next video. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.